thanks to all of you for coming out. It really means a lot to see the industry come together to support a common cause of, giving us some equality so that we could be treated like any other small business. That's what we're all here for. That's what NCIA is all about. It's ensuring that this industry has a voice on Capitol Hill. And the fact that you're all here tonight is really encouraging to me to know that the industry actually is behind this. And I really want to thank Steve Collett for having us here in his beautiful home. So, I know there's a lot going on. You have a lot on your plates here in LA, and many of you from wherever you're from in California or Colorado. You're constantly dealing with the zoning board, you're dealing with the city council, you're dealing with your state legislatures. But I'm really glad to see that you know the importance of investing in the longer term goal of fixing federal law so that you can take your tax deductions like any other small business. So that you can find a bank, put your money, to keep your financial records and comply with the IRS requirements like you actually want to, and to get the Department of Justice off of our backs. And it's all of you that are making this possible, that we now have an industry representative working on Capitol Hill on behalf of cannabis businesses. So I'm not going to take a lot of time. I want you to hear from some of our other members and sponsors. Joanna LaForce from the pharmacy.
It's really great to see everybody here together, and why I really believe in the NCIA is that I felt it's time that we're recognized as an industry and have some really solid ground and really good people to affect change on a national level, and I've always felt that's where it needed to come. We've made a lot of progress locally in the state, but until we get things changed on a federal level, and like Michael says, it's the science, I think, that's going to make the change before politics. So it's really great to see an organization, and it's time that we all came together as an industry and not as competitors. So I really appreciate NCI and what they're doing.
This party really could not have happened if it wasn't for CSSB Private Bank, which helped bring in this great entertainment and the food that everybody's enjoyed by sponsoring tonight.
Thank
and
you.
We want to thank Cheryl Brown, Sean Coleman.
My name is Cheryl Brown, and I am president of the Medical Marijuana Business Alliance, which is MMBA, and I also head up the newly formed division for Herring Bank, which is CSSB Private Bank, that's dedicated to serving the medical cannabis industry. So we're very proud of that. I'm also on the board of NCIA, and I've been one of the founding members from the very beginning, and I appreciate the work that Aaron and Steve are doing in Washington. We need it for the movement. I'm also on the advisory work group for Colorado Department of Revenue. So we're very proud of the laws and the regulations that we built in Colorado with our for-profit model, but with MMBA, we support the entire industry, so we're supporting this movement going forward.
And another point about what makes our organization different than others is that we are 100% not just funded by our members, who we hope all of you in this room who aren't already members will join the association to help our efforts, but not only funded by our members, but actually our organization, its leadership is selected through a democratic process, which we had our first board election in April. And a number of our newly elected board members are in the room. One of them is Michael Backus from Cornerstone Research Collective, which many of you know.
There's so much accumulated knowledge and wisdom in this room that we'll win. You just see it. I learned more at this party than I've learned reading 10 books about this in the last 2 months. And what's great about what we have going here is we have the kind of brain trust we need to take this to the next level. And a lot of people in this room have been working for decades to get to this tipping point. And it's really time to capitalize on it. And I think that NCIA provides a very, very directed, highly efficient, and coherent voice, and they need to keep the lights on. So keeping the lights on is your job, because in joining with us, we've got a great brain trust, but it's only going to get better with your active participation. And I just highly, highly encourage you to get involved and really support this organization, because there are a lot of organizations in the space. This one is unique to a certain kind of vision about a future where we have cannabis incorporated into our society appropriately. And it can be done, and the plant has done everything it's had to do. Now it's up to us. And I hope to support NCIA in that vision. Thanks.